Just when you thought all hope was lost for Marvel. Then they come out and announce that they have 25 projects. 25 projects, more than the entire Infinity Saga in the works. That's pretty insane. In today's video, we are going to be ranking all 25 upcoming MCU Phase 4 and Phase 5 projects by anticipation. Couple things to keep in mind. One is, my anticipation for these are going to be different than yours. I'm excited for different things than you are, and that's totally great as long as we can all be fans and just be excited together. Second thing is that, yes, these do change. In fact, they just changed based on the Disney investors meeting. A couple of these properties, based on what I saw at the investors meeting, skyrocketed up the list. So as more trailers come out, more information comes out, you can bet that these rankings will change many times over the next months. This is just a little snapshot in time about how I'm feeling currently about all 25 currently announced MCU Phase 4 and Phase 5 projects. If you haven't subscribed to them, please make sure to do so. Give this video a like, support the channel. Thank you guys so much. And without further ado, let's start ranking. Kicking us off at number 25, we have I Am Groot. To be quite honest, I'm putting this here because I just don't know what this is. I mean, it seems fun, and it seems like a good excuse to get Vin Diesel to voice Groot again, but other than that, I don't really know what to make of this. It doesn't really look like it's going to be part of the canon, so there's that. It would be fun, I guess. Again, I'm just putting this here because I literally have no idea what to make of this. Coming in at number 24, we have Ironheart. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not excited for Ironheart, because yes, I am excited for basically all 25 of these projects. The reason that Ironheart is at number 24 is simply because I don't know if we're ready to have a surrogate Iron Man back in the MCU so quickly. Now, Kevin Feige went on the investors panel stage and he did say something to the effect of Riri Williams will have the most advanced set of armor since Tony Stark, implying that she doesn't really have any connections to Tony Stark himself. That's good, I think. I would much rather have that than a Tony Stark Jr. Like she just happens to be a genius in herself and is inspired by Tony Stark. I like that angle of it, but to me, as just a preliminary comics reader and comics follower, this just feels like it's setting up Civil War 2. And while I'm sure Riri Williams is a great character and will be done wonderfully by Dominic Thorne, I'm just not that excited for this show yet. But maybe I will be as we see more. I just am hesitant. Of all the characters that needed a replacement, Iron Man was probably the last one for quite a while, and so count me a little bit nervous about this one. Coming in at number 23 is Captain Marvel 2. I don't hate Captain Marvel 1. I don't. In fact, I like Captain Marvel 1. The reason that this is so low is, well, I think Avengers Endgame soured me a little bit on Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. And even though I know that Brie Larson filmed her Endgame scenes before Captain Marvel, and I liked her much more in Captain Marvel, I'm just still, maybe irrationally so, a little bit nervous about her moving forward. Because I really didn't like her in Avengers Endgame. But I think Brie Larson is a fantastic actress, so we'll just have to see. I think this film is going to be make or break for me on Captain Marvel. On top of that, though, I thought this film would have been the Secret Invasion. Like, I thought this was going to be the Secret Invasion project. Turns out Secret Invasion is a separate thing. We'll talk about that later. But I guess not. Is it going to be Captain Marvel Civil War? Is Ironheart going to come out and then they're going to do Civil War again? I'm not entirely sure because there were reports saying that this was going to be an Avengers style, like Captain America Civil War style film. We'll have to see about that. There's just nothing yet that excites me about this project, so I'll just wait until I see more about it and then we'll go from there. Coming in at number 22 is the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I cannot believe this is being made, guys. I can't. I don't even think James Gunn can believe that it's being made. But it's being made, and the title says it all, doesn't it? Coming in at number 21 is What If. Now, I liked the What If trailer quite a bit. Don't take this as me saying I'm not excited for What If. I am. However, when I thought about it, right, and I thought about all the MCU shows coming out, like WandaVision, Loki, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I thought about how there's going to be an episode a week, and just imagining myself in the middle of summer going, oh yes, another episode of What If is coming out next week. I'm so excited. I don't think that's going to be me. I'm going to have fun with the episodes, absolutely, but I'm probably going to forget about them as soon as they're done. Coming in at number 20 is Blade. Mahershala Ali is one of the best actors working today. He is phenomenal. On top of that, Blade can be done well. The first Blade movie was actually pretty successful in that regard. I'm just personally not a huge fan of the Blade character. I'm not so interested in the vampire world of the MCU, and I'm not entirely sure how this fits into the larger picture, so this film, we'll just have to see about this. I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video, guys, because, again, we haven't seen a lot about a lot of these projects, but I'm positive Mahershala Ali will do a fantastic job. I have no doubt. Coming in at number 19 is Miss Marvel. Now, Miss Marvel was originally much lower on the list, and it would have stayed there had it not been for the sizzle reel. And you might be saying, well, what did you see in that reel that made you so excited? And honestly, not that much. But I got a general sense of the tone and the vibe of the show, and I actually really like it. I think the casting of Iman Vellani is pretty great, and I think that this show is going for that whimsical, sort of young adults, kids, adventure story, almost like Shazam in a certain sense. I got Shazam vibes, is that weird? And that got me a little bit excited for the show. So yeah, I'm intrigued and I can't wait to see more of it. Coming in at number 18 is She-Hulk. And again, She-Hulk would have been much lower on the list had it not been for some announcements. First of all, Tatiana Maslany, amazing actress. And on top of that, Mark Ruffalo and Tim Roth as the Hulk and Abomination. That's intriguing. On top of that, this show is going to be a comedy. It's going to be about Jennifer Walters trying to be taken seriously while being in a Hulk form. That's interesting. The fact that they're taking this as a comedy, that's a really unique angle to take and one that I would have never thought to do. So I genuinely think that this has potential to be something special. Not sure yet, but the announcements got me excited. Coming in at number 17 is Black Panther 2. Yes, unfortunately, the passing of Chadwick Boseman did knock this film down pretty significantly on the list. And this is not to say that I think Marvel not recasting Chadwick Boseman is ruining my excitement for the film. Not at all. What is dropping my excitement for the film is just worry. I'm not worried that Kevin Feige and Ryan Coogler are going to deliver a bad film. Not in the slightest. I'm just worried that all the surrounding circumstances, the context, all of the things that are going around right now and will be going around when this film is released will overshadow the film itself. I don't know. It's hard to get excited about this film as of right now. That's all I'm saying. Coming in at number 16 is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I like Simu Liu quite a bit. I saw Kim's Convenience. He was pretty great in that. Right now, though, there's not a whole lot for me to see, to get excited about. I heard a lot about this tournament-style martial arts cage match sort of setting that's going to be taking place. I think that's really interesting. Other than that, again, a lot of people are excited for the real Mandarin. I am in the position of fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. Shame on me, because I got so excited for the Mandarin in Iron Man 3 and then, well, yeah. So I'm waiting to see a trailer for this, and I'm sure, like some of the other properties that I'm going to be listing later, the second I see a trailer, I'm going to get pumped. Coming in at number 15 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I love the first Guardians, I enjoy the second Guardians, and I'm sure I'm going to like the third Guardians. It's just been a while, you know? Granted, it's been a while with a lot of these characters, but the Guardians of the Galaxy haven't really had their time to shine since 2017. And by the time the third Guardians of the Galaxy film comes out, it's going to be 6 years later. And again, I love the Guardians. I don't know if I like them as much in the team settings. They were kind of overshadowed by the Avengers. And so at this point, the Guardians are just sort of a backdrop for me. I can't wait to see them again be the forefront of their own movie in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but before that they're even going to be a side character or a side team in Thor Love and Thunder. I know that James Gunn knows what he's doing, but at this point, after all the drama and after all the delays, I just don't know what to expect from Guardians 3. I'm sure it'll be good, I just don't know what to expect. Coming in at number 14 is Hawkeye. Hawkeye looks, well, interesting to say the least. First of all, casting, spot on. We all wanted Haley Steinfeld, and Kevin Feige gave us that gift. On top of that, Jeremy Renner is always great as Hawkeye. There's Lucky the Pizza Dog, the casting, the rest of the cast is great, Vera Farmiga, and Florence Pugh. I think this show has real potential to be something special. I honestly do. I think this show is aiming to take Hawkeye in a completely different direction than we've seen before, giving him a protege, and I'm actually pretty down for that. I wasn't sold at first about the Kate Bishop thing. I'm pretty sold now. Coming in at number 13, surprisingly, is Armor Wars. This is a concept that intrigues me a lot. First of all, Always good to see War Machine back. I wouldn't have necessarily been so excited for a War Machine show, and that's why I think it's so smart that they called this Armor Wars, because it is basically a War Machine show, but it has the potential to bring back Justin Hammer in a good way to integrate him back into the MCU, because it's answering the question of what happens if the Iron Man armor is placed into the wrong hands. That's a fascinating question, and I think it's a really great place to explore that concept on Disney+. I'm super excited. I think this show has potential to be a real political espionage sort of thriller. Can't wait. Coming in at number 12 is Eternals, which has the potential to be a hugely grandiose, fantastical sci-fi epic, the likes of which we haven't seen before in the MCU. That's what gets me excited, that this could be a Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings style, sweeping fantasy epic. A historical run through the MCU that has an all-star cast: Salma Hayek, Angelina Jolie, Richard Madden, Kit Harington. It has all the makings of something truly special. Coming in at number 11 is Black Widow. I wasn't so excited about Black Widow before the pandemic, I'm going to be completely honest. Now, though, just thinking about the trailers, I can't wait to see Black Widow, honestly. And no, that's not to say that it was only because of the pandemic. No, I legitimately think that Black Widow looks like a great film. I don't know what's up with Taskmaster, but I think that whatever that reveal turns out to be, I have a suspicion it's going to be something really cool that they do with the character. And while I'm not completely sold on the fact that we're doing a solo Black Widow film literally 2 films after she dies, I think that the trailers have proven that there's a fantastic and compelling reason to tell a story about Natasha's past. I don't know that, but I just get the feeling. Coming in at number 10 is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I mean, what a title, right? If anybody told you 10 years ago that we would be getting an Ant-Man 3 starring Paul Rudd called Quantumania with the villain of Kang the Conqueror and the potential of Fantastic Four in it, I think your mind would have literally exploded. Yet here we are, and that's literally happening. Except for the Fantastic Four, which isn't confirmed, but I think it's happening. This film is going to be bonkers, and I love the first 2 Ant-Man films, and I have no doubt I will love the third one. It might be in trouble of overcrowding. Then again, Marvel has rarely let us down in that regard. Avengers Endgame, Infinity War were massive films, and so I am so excited to see Paul Rudd again. Honestly, he is one of my all-time favorite MCU characters and actors. Love him in the role. Coming in at number 9 is Moon Knight. I think rather than the superhero aspects of Moon Knight, what I'm more excited about the show is the psychological element. Kevin Feige talked at the Disney Investors panel about the mental struggles that Mark Spector would be going through, just disassociating himself and having these multiple personalities, which I think is just fascinating. We haven't seen anything like that in the MCU before, and I think this has real potential to do something that the MCU has never done before, which is delve into the mind of a character. Really grapple with an internal struggle. I love that. And also Oscar Isaac is fantastic. Coming in at number 8 is Loki. Again, like I've been saying, I didn't think a Loki show could work. I didn't know why. I think it was mostly because I just didn't think Tom Hiddleston could carry his own show. No, I was dead wrong. That one trailer made all the difference. Just the concept of him having to jump through time, going through different events, even impersonating different people like D.B. Cooper. What a fantastic looking trailer. I am so excited for this show. Cannot wait until May. Coming in at number 7 is Secret Invasion. Now, for those of you who have been watching me for a while, you know I've been championing Secret Invasion for the longest time. I just think that Secret Invasion has so much potential and so much rich story elements to mine there. Am I a little surprised that it is going to be a Disney Plus show with just Samuel L. Jackson, at least for now? I am a little bit. I do think that Secret Invasion is really a story that lends itself to an Avengers-style film with all the heroes there because, I mean, come on. From what Kevin Feige said, this is an event that is going to infiltrate all levels of society. Isn't that an Avengers sort of threat? And impersonating the Avengers is part of the fun. So, I mean, unless this is going to directly lead into something else, which it might, I'm a little disappointed at that, but Secret Invasion, it's happening. With Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, and Talos Ben Mendelsohn. That's awesome. I can't wait. Coming in at 6, and no, not 4, is Fantastic Four. Yes, it is finally happening. Marvel's first family is coming to the big screen in the MCU. And with Kevin Feige and John Watts at the helm, which I've said is a brilliant choice to direct, I have all the faith in the world that we are finally going to get a critically beloved, audience-loved, Fantastic Four. It's coming. Coming in at number 5 is Thor, Love and Thunder. Now, the one concern about this film that I have is another concern that I shared with Ant-Man 3, and that is, wow, there is a lot going on here. You have Thor, you have the Guardians of the Galaxy, you have Natalie Portman's Lady Thor, you have Sif returning, Idris Elba was seen with Taika Waititi, I guess Korg and Meek are there, you have Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher. Like, what is this story? What is going on? Then again, Taika Waititi has not let us down yet, and Chris Hemsworth has been raving about the script of this film. I have no doubt this film is going to be amazing. Just right now, looking at the jumble, or the apparent jumble that is this film, I have no idea what to expect. I don't. But as with all of the other Taika Waititi films, I have no doubt this is going to be something special. Coming in at number 4, shooting up my rankings, is The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That one trailer did so much for me. I mean, just getting to see the tone of the show, the beautiful cinematography, the villains in Zemo, Flag Smashers, the heroes Falcon, Bucky, and that ending shot. This looks like a movie put into a show, which they've all been saying. I didn't know if I believed it or not, but I saw it with my own 2 eyes, and now I'm on board. I am so on board. Coming in at number 3 is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This film, like the title insinuates, is going to be absolute chaos, and I am here for it. We might get to see Tom Cruise as Iron Man, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Deadpool, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, just so many possibilities for what could happen in this movie. On top of that, Scarlet Witch is probably going to be the villain. You got America Chavez, Benedict Cumberbatch, Mordo, maybe the Ancient One, Rachel McAdams as Night Nurse. So many things going on, but this makes sense. This is the multiverse of madness. I can't wait to see what happens. Coming in at number 2, and only a few weeks away, that's so exciting, is WandaVision. Again, I've been saying for the longest time, WandaVision is going to be crazy good. Don't sleep on WandaVision, because I know Falcon and the Winter Soldier looks amazing. I know Loki looks amazing. I know What If and Hawkeye and Miss Marvel, but no. Just look at the WandaVision trailers. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong for not liking the WandaVision trailers or for liking other ones more. I'm just saying they're bonkers. For all the people yelling and screaming that Marvel is doing the same thing over and over, just watch the WandaVision trailer and tell me that they're not going to do something completely different with it. And if they don't like that, well, I got nothing else to say. But finally, number 1, Spider-Man 3. Now, as of the recording of this video, there is no title yet. I do suspect that by the time this video comes out, there will be a title. So, leave the title in the comments down below, because I don't know what it is right now. Let's insert a title here. Spider-Man, don't watch this at home, watch it in theaters. All right, cool. Anyways, Spider-Man 3. I mean, Spider-Man is my favorite MCU character by far. I love Tom Holland's performance as Peter Parker and as Spider-Man. I've loved Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home, 2 of my all-time favorite MCU films. John Watts is back. Zendaya is back. And you know who else is back? Alfred Molina and Jamie Foxx. You know who else is probably back? Michael Keaton and Jake Gyllenhaal. And maybe a Tom Hardy and a Jared Leto. And why don't we throw in a Tobey Maguire and an Andrew Garfield? At the time of this video, not confirmed, but probably could be by the time this video comes out. And oh, by the way, let's throw in a Benedict Cumberbatch while we're at it. Yeah, this film's going to be insane, and I'm ready for it. So those are my rankings of all 25 Marvel Phase 4 and Phase 5 projects. It's clear that Kevin Feige has a plan. He's always had a plan, and with the COVID pandemic, yes, it delayed a lot of his shows and movies and projects, but we're back, we're better than ever, and we're going to get a lot of Marvel content. So, what is your most anticipated Marvel project? Leave your top 5 in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your guys's and interact with you guys in the comments. If you like this video, then make sure to give it a like and subscribe, and if you want to check out some more videos, check out the videos on the screen right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.